All right, so this is something new we've been working on with Oso. Is I'm essentially removing myself from the picture when it comes to like my physical cues. So I'm not rewarding. I'm using indirect reward with the treat and train using I have the sound turned up. I'll give you an example. So if he's doing something I want him to do, what this is not what I want you to do. So let's say I tell him, Oso, box. This isn't box, right? Box. I'll mark it with that, right? So it's indirect for me. Box. I'll go into a seated position. Box. And the reason I'm doing this, right, is I essentially want to kind of have him be able to operate on his own, not necessarily super involved with me and like my physical markers and everything, right? Let's see. So he's in there already, right? Let's see if he'll do this. Couche. Couche. So I'll wait this out because he knows what this means. Couche. And I'll let him free shape it. So he knows I said the command. He's already doing the seated position. And we'll wait until he does what he's going to drop his head. He thinks of all these other things, right? So if I let him know again, also couche. I'll explain this here in a second, right? So if you notice he's facing me, box, I'm not going to give him anything here. And he's kind of trapped himself in that little sideways position, right? So I tell him, couche. He's trying to drop, but he can't because his butt's there. So I'm going to help him out just a little bit here. Get it? We'll see if the behavior changes. Box. Oh, nothing for me, buddy. Box. Couche. So, yeah. Behavior changes. Obviously, some things we got to work on, like me in different directions and whatnot. But one thing I'm trying to even stay away from, not necessarily stay away from, but not always having to come back to me unless I'm calling to me, right? Because I want him to be able to operate independently, or let's say we're doing downs in motions or sit in motions or anything like that. Couche. Box. And this just helps with the clarity in commands too, right? Because I'm in a seated position, which is different. Box. Couche. Which is different, right? It's not like I'm standing in front of him or anything like that. Couche. But let's say if I want to add a different level to this, right? And I want to have some more direct here. Here. So switching two things up. So if he's going to constantly go there, right? Here. Also, here. You know what here means. Well, here. I'll use the lower even if I have to here, right? Just to get his mind working, I want him to be able to be listening and not anticipating, right? Because he's anticipating going to the box. Here. Here. I want him to be able to like, okay, what command's coming next? So this also helps with anticipation. Box. Couche. So I'm sure there's a more technical term for all this, but I just like to use both these here. This system of being in a seated position, sending out, using something that's not going to necessarily be me as the reward system, although the reward is coming from me using a treat and train, it's still, you know, not directly to me, right? So if I send them out to something, this will kind of help bridge that, right? Here. Couche. Here. Boy. So kind of chaining the two commands together, right? That's something that's pretty cool. And yeah, actually, that's the first time we've done that. Let's see if we can do it the opposite way now. Oh, you jammed it up, buddy. Let's see. Red. Let's fix this before we do anything else. All right. Let's go send him out to it, right? Watch out, buddy. Box. Oh, so. There we go. Now let's go reverse here, right? Here. Box. Perfect. Awesome. So that's just kind of a raw session that we're doing with the treat and train, using indirect send outs to boxes to gain his rewards, keeping it kind of impersonal in that sense and making sure that he's not anticipating anything. But yeah, really happy with that session.